So the news is out, everybody. Brian Ortega is a fucking bitch.
What's up, guys? I'm the Ginger.
And the Bear.
And guys, there has been a really weird occurrence. Arguably more significant strikes landed than in the actual main event at UFC 248.
Honestly, Brian Ortega bitch slapped that like button for the YouTube algorithm.
But guys, if you haven't heard yet, Jay Park was slapped by Brian Ortega. And we are here to give you the rundown on what actually happened. Because I'm seeing a lot of like podcasters, Logan Paul, and people in the industry who like to dabble in MMA. They like to get a little snacky poo, but they don't actually eat full meals.
Knocked out by
Paulo Costa. Yeah, if you like,
allegedly.
Whop, whop. I just knocked you out twice the same way Paulo Costa knocked out Logan Paul. But we're here to tell you what actually went down in a very succinct, efficient manner, as is our yeah.
Already after the succinct manner.
Basically, guys, Jay Park is the CEO of the management company that's also a record label that has signed Korean Zombie since 2018. In this capacity, Jay Park will sometimes serve as Korean Zombie's translator. So, who's Jay Park? He's a Korean American pop star, singer, rapper who has gone multi-platinum in multiple different countries and isn't just immensely successful. He hosted Asia's Got Talent, which is like America's Got Talent. Like, he's that well known.
Yeah.
He's basically like the Korean Justin Timberlake for a comparison. He's just not as well known in the States if you're not in K-pop circles. So, because he's the CEO of the management company that signed Korean Zombie, in order to help like push Korean Zombie, he uses his platform to bring attention by serving as Korean Zombie's translator.
Super smart.
Which is awesome. It's really intelligent. And in this capacity, he was on the Ariel Helwani show about 3 weeks ago, translating for Korean Zombie. And he translated that Korean Zombie said, "Brian Ortega is ducking me." Now, a lot of people have taken issue with this translation, which we'll deal with in a minute. And basically we're saying that Jay Park and Brian Ortega came out and was like, "You guys are talking trash. You know, you're respectful to my face. I thought we were friends. Now I'm going to slap you like a bitch." And that goes for you too, Jay Park. Because you're the one who said it. And Ortega basically had this narrative that Jay Park was taking what Korean Zombie was saying in Korean and giving it a spin to like sell the fight. So like, if I was the translator and you're Korean Zombie, you would say something like,
basically Korean Zombie said, "Brian Ortega's running away from me."
And then Jay Park would be like, "Hey, you punk ass bitch, where are you at, Brian Ortega?" Something like that, right?
Except he said ducking in this case.
Yeah, in fact, that Korean Zombie literally said
he was
running away and Jay Park said ducking. I've literally got the Korean word. If you want to look it up, guys, Google Translate is your friend. Domen gasu, which literally means ran away.
Yeah.
Like saying he ran away from me and saying he's ducking me, that is not like, those are equally as disrespectful, right? And and also that's par for the course trash talk. This isn't like Conor McGregor calling Khabib's wife a towel. Yeah. Like, this is what fighter hasn't said,
or saying that Mexican Americans can't box, or like, or
that's
people
heinous.
From
That's heinous.
Because I'm Mexican American. No, but like, it's super mild. I mean, having other fighters say, "Oh,
you're ducking me,"
it's just like, it's a classic. Like, okay, well, you just don't want to fight me.
That's right? That's like their version of the little dap bop that you do in jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
This is so ridiculous. So that happens. Ortega calls out Jay Park on Twitter. Jay Park's like, "Yo, bro, don't shoot the messenger." He literally said that. Ortega's like, "In times of war, be careful who you carry messengers for."
That's what he said?
That's what he said on Twitter. Which was kind of cool, right? Like, that's kind of cool. Yeah. If you're selling the fight and stuff, it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna 300 kick them into the pit.
Ortega's still fighting Zabit though, right?
No one knows, man. No, Zabit's not fighting anybody right now. He's not scheduled.
Oh fuck, never mind that.
So, yeah, that fight fell through as well, which just is another bad look for Ortega. Then, Korean Zombie, Jay Park, and Ortega are at UFC 248. They're there for the duration of the main card, at least 2 hours. Korean Zombie and Jay Park see Brian Ortega. Then Korean Zombie leaves to go to the bathroom. This is when Brian Ortega decides to walk over and he goes, "Hey, yo, are you Jay Park?" And Jay Park stands up, says, yeah, I'm Jay Park. Whack! And then he gets escorted out by security.
Just like LAPD, baby, all day, every day.
But this is the weirdest thing ever. Like, and Brian Ortega is like still mad. And for the longest time, he was like standing by his action. He's like, yeah, you know what? I slapped 3 people that day. I'm only sorry for 2 of them. I slapped the K-pop star, the singer, but I also slapped the instigator. And I'm not sorry for slapping the instigator. Guys, I literally told you what the Korean word is. I'm not going to subject you to my terrible pronunciation again. But he literally translated runaway to ducked.
I think, and I think today or yesterday he did an official apology, Brian Ortega.
I've seen a longer apologies from a 5-year-old who stole a cookie. You're a number 2 ranked featherweight that slapped somebody you outweigh by 40 pounds.
I don't understand that. That's a pussy bitch move to me. Like that's
everything about this, makes Ortega look so bad. And I think we're both like, I'm a huge Ortega fan.
We both grew up on the streets of LA.
Like, Wesley and Alex were given a choice. But, like, legitimately, how many times have we dick rode Ortega on this channel?
All the time.
We love Ortega.
Yeah.
Like, he's so much fun to watch. He's such an exciting fighter. He showed the heart of a champion against Max. His jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. I always am like, that's how you fight as a specialist. I always pour to Ortega. But there's no way to make this look good.
Well, it doesn't make sense because the champion was there, right? The champion.
Volk was there.
Volk was literally there.
Yeah.
Right. And I think why not start shit with him?
Yeah.
So like if him and Max Holloway do the rematch and Volk wins again, right?
Then you're good to go. There's a path.
There's shit there, right? Like I mean, Paulo Costa is basically doing that. Even though he's probably gonna fight Adesanya next, there's still that bad blood and that automatic
animosity.
Animosity.
Yeah. It sells the fight more. I'm super excited to see, and I'm sure like as the fight comes closer and closer, they'll keep ramping up. It's just weird. And on top of that, like the fact that Korean Zombie was at the fight.
And then he didn't start shit with him.
With Korean Zombie, and you start shit with his translator, who also happens to be like in a weird like 4D chess way. I could see it being really clever if you're wanting to fight Zombie and get the fight started, get into K-pop's good graces and stuff. But there's a couple things like Ortega walked over, didn't even give people enough time to get cameras out. Because this would have been so much bigger if people got the video of him slapping him, right?
Way bigger.
But he didn't. He literally walked. Are you Jay Park? Yes. Whack. Yeah. He's like, I'm Brian Ortega. I'm proving to everybody that my striking is not slow, like it looked against Holloway. Are you a Brian? Whack, whack. He's like, okay, I'm gonna sell my next fight. I'm gonna show everyone my striking has come a long way.
It makes
no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
And if Zombie was there too, that's the weird part.
That would have been even better. It just makes Brian Ortega look like a petty bitch.
Especially because like, if you're gonna slap anybody, wouldn't it make more sense to slap Korean Zombie?
Yeah.
Like if you're like, I don't get why you would target the translators specifically. Oh, and if you're this mad about it, why wouldn't you talk to like one person who speaks Korean and just be like, hey dog, was this a mistranslation? Like if you're that mad, if you're mad enough to put hands on somebody, shouldn't you have at least checked that?
Yeah.
Like, this is the weirdest, honestly, the weirdest situation I can remember in an MMA like build up.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I would think that you would want to start shit with the champion, instead of Korean Zombie, right?
Yeah.
Because if anything, like it's just kind of this is probably going to fizzle out in a couple of.
I hope not.
No.
I think it's a great. I think Ortega against any of the top 5 is great. I think Zombie against any of the top 5 is great.
I want to see Zombie fight Volk.
I do too.
That's what I want to see.
But I don't think that's gonna happen in the I think the Max Volk fight's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be like another damn year until whoever wins is gonna fight again. So I feel like Zombie needs another fight in the interim.
I just think that if you want to build up the Asian fan base, you want to build up the Pacific Asian fan base, which New Zealand, Australia would all fall into that as well. It only makes sense. Like Korea and Australia and New Zealand, compared to where we are, you know, in
relatively
aren't that far away. Their spheres of influence.
They play each other in soccer.
Way more.
They play each other in soccer
all
pretty
the time.
regularly.
So
I agree 100%. I would never make Volk Holloway too. I think it's terrible matchmaking. But since that's what's happening, I actually think Zombie would take out Ortega.
I do too.
I think unless Ortega's shown like massive improvements over the last year in his striking, I think he's way too hittable. I think Zombie's way too long, and I think he's way too precise and way too strong of a power puncher. Yeah. But it's just the weirdest shit, man. This is the weirdest thing ever.
It just doesn't look good for Ortega.
It does not look good for Ortega. The thing that's weird too is like if you're gonna do this angle, like you're the heel, you're talking shit, I'm gonna slap you and stuff. Even Jay Park said, yo, if he just texts me or something and he says, hey, sorry man, I was just doing it to promote the fight. Jay Park even said like, I'm cool with that.
Right.
Like, cause it's the entertainment business, it's the fight business.
But there's not even cameras.
But that's the thing. Yeah. That's what makes it so weird. So it's like, bro, why couldn't you apologize behind the scenes? And be cool with Jay Park, be cool with Korean Zombie, but still sell the fights. The apology he did, that like unsells what he did in the first place. That's like please don't sue me. Please don't sue me.
I think which they're not going to sue. That's what Jay Park said. He's not going to sue Brian Ortega.
He said his team was pushing him to, but he didn't want to.
Yeah, see, the only person that looks good is Jay Park, who's not even a fucking MMA fighter, you know.
As he himself said, he's like 5'7" and 120 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. The only person that looks good, the only fighter that looks good after this is Korean Zombie.
You're like, damn, this man must be intimidating.
Which is, yeah, like, it literally makes Brian Ortega look like such a bitch. He waited till he went to the bathroom. He waited till his friend was alone, and then Ortega just bitch slapped him. And it just makes Ortega... So the news is out, everybody. Brian Ortega is a fucking bitch. That's all it is.
It's so bad. It sucks because it's funny because I feel like there's a lot of people who are strawmanning it a bit, and they're like, how can you like Brian Ortega? I still like Brian Ortega, but I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? This makes no sense. It's like you were like, hey, bro, let's play some chess, and they just slapped over all the pieces. I don't know. I think... I don't actually. Now that I'm thinking about it more, I think you're right. I think it's gonna fizzle out in like a week because he backtracked. Like Chael Sonnen said, you cannot apologize.
Yeah, you gotta Donald Trump this
You
bitch.
gotta double down. If Ortega had deal with it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because I think Jay Park deserved an apology, and I think he deserved a much more sincere apology than he was given publicly. But like Jay Park said, bro. You already slapped the man. Yeah. It's actually a better apology if you use it to sell the potential fight with Korean Zombie and Jay Park.
Do you see this beach towel? This beach towel is us doubling down that we do not have a studio. We aren't fucking professionals. When we had underwear and laundry, no, we're doubling down. We went to a fucking beach day, baby, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
Double down, Brian Ortega. Double down.
He can't now. He already fucked it up.
Ginger.
Bear. Oh, fuck.